7. Look at that last year, Jimmy. RC led only 8 laps.
Wow, that 2,000 mark, I mean, it's incredible. Ricky Carmichael only leading 8 laps there, and Jeremy McGrath leading 98 laps. This is going to be a barn burner, Art. I can feel it.
But McGrath, as he said after Atlanta, I'm not rolling over and playing dead. I'm not going to hand it to this guy. And he came out in practice and in qualifying here tonight at the Superdome looking like serious business. 32nd mark sideways. The run from New Orleans is underway. McGrath, Carmichael, Rancona, Wyndham, they're all there.
Oh, we got the race art tonight.
Here comes Carmichael, fishtailing through the woods. The challenge is on, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy McGrath. He's got a lot left in him.
Oh, yeah, you can't count out the 7-time champ now. McGrath, what he wants to do is try and pull away from Carmichael right now. That's what I want to do, try and demoralize him.
The last time that he got a great start and Carmichael got a 9th place start, he couldn't break away. And Carmichael caught him.
Well, if I was Carmichael, I think I'd just kind of hang back and watch Jeremy's lines and see what he's doing. Stay cool, stay calm. Let the race come to him.
Carmichael is confident maybe that he can out-condition McGrath at the end.
I don't think so. I mean, Jeremy, he knows he's been finishing last 4 weekends second place. Every week he's been going home. He's been training hard. And I think he's physically fit and ready for the challenge.
The battle for third is on. Kevin Wyndham. Number 14 on the Suzuki just leaped by Stefan Rancona. Look out, Wyndham could catch up, too.
There's that heart of Kevin Wyndham there. He wants to get forward. He wants to put that Suzuki on the podium there.
Wyndham about 7/10 of a second behind. Second place, Ricky Carmichael. Number 14. Number 21 is Rancona. Number 11 is Ezra Lusk. But our leader, Jeremy McGrath, continues flawlessly.
Yeah, he looks good. He's hitting all of his marks there, and he's not going to get rattled by Ricky back there. I think these guys are just going to kind of hang here for about 15 laps, and the last 5 let it all hang out.
He's not going to get rattled, but he's going to think about it, where in years past, he might not.
Well, he knows that Ricky's back there, you know. He goes by the mechanics there.
Here comes Carmichael. He puts the challenge to him early. Inside, Barnabar we go. Ricky Carmichael with the edge, but Jeremy McGrath trying to fight back. McGrath to the inside. Great racing from New Orleans. Now they force McGrath to take the outside line, and Ricky Carmichael is our new leader. Now, can Ricky pull away?
Well, that's what he's going to try to do now. McGrath and him, they've been in this position before. We've seen it early in the season there where they went back and forth. It'll be interesting to see how McGrath's going to retaliate.
Jeremy McGrath really needs to pull it up here tonight. There's Skip Norfolk.
But you got to remember, Art, we've seen Ricky Carmichael in practice go down twice as he makes a little bit of a bobble right there. If Jeremy can keep the pressure on, that's going to be good for Jeremy.
That's the key. McGrath has to keep the pressure on, and he stumbles a little bit there in the corner.
But on the other hand, you got to be thinking what Jeremy's thinking, because, you know, I had to lead Ricky down by. Where am I going to make this time up? So maybe McGrath's going to set back, kind of try to study Ricky's lines as we see him go to the outside again. And now he triples that little section as before he just doubled it.
Carmichael's starting to pull away.
Yeah, ever so slightly there. He's just a little bit.
Meanwhile, Ezra Lusk has crashed again. Take another look.
Well, here he goes. He seat hops and he gets a little bit sideways there and loses the front end, and he's going off. He can't save. He hits that tough block. Now he's on the cement there. That's a bad crash for Ezra Lusk.
Now, brutal year for Ezra, who missed the entire last season with injuries. Look at Ricky. Go, Ricky Carmichael! Look out! Hold on, baby!
I told you, Art, he is pushing that envelope tonight, and he's pushing it because McGrath is right behind him. I can't believe Ricky saved that. That's got to be conditioning. Only conditioning can save a crash like that.
In practice, he let go in the whoops and was flying like Superman, still controlling the throttle and the brakes, but not even touching the bike other than his hands, and he still held on. An amazing rider.
Well, that's got to give Jeremy a little incentive seeing that. He knows he's putting the pressure on mistakes.
Fishtailing again through the whoops. McGrath is riding on the edge as well, Jim.
Well, you know, you've heard it before. Each guy takes it to a new level. These guys are taking it to the new level.
They're lapping Sebastian Tortelli, number 13.
I got to believe Tortelli's having a bad night out there tonight. That number 13's not riding so good for him.
Yeah, he said number 13 was not unlucky as a French number, but it certainly is here racing in America. 51:10. The last lap time, though, for Ricky Carmichael was 51.07.
Well, we saw Chad watch. You know, he's got to keep putting those lap times and keep them consistent and stay focused. He can't let that mistake earlier rattle him.
And once again starts to pull away with some mistake-free riding at the Honda interval right here.
Well, we see that Kawasaki dancing around out there. He's not getting a good drive through, and that's because of the fact that the rear wheel is not getting a hold of it. It's so slippery out there. They got the throttle pin. Believe me, that throttle's pin going across there.
Ricky Carmichael beginning to take the Superman outfit off of Jeremy McGrath. It used to be that Jeremy McGrath had all the other riders thinking he was infallible, and they were racing for second place. But right now, number 4 of the Kawasaki, Ricky Carmichael, has taken the lead away from McGrath and blown it out to a 3.7-second lead. Behind McGrath and Kevin Windham, the battle rages on with Roncada and Larocco. Larocco in the whoops as they come out of the whoops. Look out, Stefan.
I wouldn't want to be in Stefan's shoes right now with Larocco right behind him. Larocco always working his way up through the pack, never giving up, that never die attitude.
Third in points, he just keeps right on rolling, Jimmy. He turned 30 on the 12th of February, and this is his third decade of racing. That's an amazing endurance record in this sport.
Yeah, as we see, he's following Roncada now as they're coming up to that finish line jump there. It'll be interesting to see where Roncada goes and where Larocco goes. See, Larocco's trying to get that front wheel stuffing underneath him there.
Give you an idea about the endurance of Larocco and remaining competitive all this time. As in Daytona will be his 170th 250 series start.
That's incredible.
170 starts. How many did you start, Howard?
I started a few, but not that many.
Maybe Jeff Ward has only got him on that.
Yeah, Wardy had. I don't know. Wardy put in a lot of years also.
As we take a look at the battle right here for 4th, Ricky Carmichael now starting to go through some lappers, but he leads by 4.6 seconds over Jeremy McGrath as he's broken the spell. Here comes Larocco. Decide it's time. Rubbing a little plastic. Bar to bar we go. The timing section, Roncada is holding on.
Well, you know, that's it. I mean, Larocco went in there the lap before previously. He stuck a wheel in, and this time he was side by side with him. We'll see what happens next lap if he's just going to come in there and move him.
Roncada, the winner here last year in the 125s, as we mentioned, on way to the 125 East Championship. There you see Larocco now starting to come up and hound him. There's his mechanic. Come on, give him a pass, he's saying. There's Jeremy McGrath. He's gone down, and he is right in front of Larocco.
As Larocco makes the pass now, he sees McGrath there and jumps right past McGrath. Something's got to be wrong with McGrath.
Jeremy went down. He slid out. Let's go down to Davey.
What happened there? Jeremy McGrath was trying to jump up one of those tricky stair-step sections that the Dirtworks guys have put on the track. He got cross-rutted and completely stepped through the handlebars. He knew he was going to do a complete endo. Jeremy stepped away from the bike to kind of prevent injury. But what happened is the bike got away from him. He is going to have a hard time catching back up to Windham, let alone Carmichael.
Great observation, Davey, as Larocco now wants to get on that podium. Ricky Carmichael is in first by 9.6 seconds on Kevin Windham. Windham moving into second place. This would be his best finish of the year. And look at Jeremy. His bike is really tweaked.
Right, you got to figure that he's not riding out there. As he comes over, he's adjusting something on his helmet there. He took a hard hit.
934, David Villeman is looking for his best finish on the year. He's coming up on McGrath as well. What a turn of events, and what a great break for Ricky Carmichael. Because with these riders in between Jeremy McGrath and Carmichael, it just extends his lead going into Daytona, where he captured his very first Supercross victory.
Well, he had a 9-point lead coming in. This is definitely going to hurt the points. This is mixing it up. This isn't good for Jeremy McGrath fans.
McGrath now seemingly regrouping a bit. Well, just as I say it, he has a tough time. Here comes David Villeman. Dillon slid out trying to block past Roncada.
Well, he went in there and he tried to make that pass, and he grabbed too much of the throttle in the rear and broke loose with him. A good save by David Villeman to collect it up. Roncada's under pressure, though, right now.
Is he? Is he ever? Anything can happen on this slick track. We're going to find out more when we return to the Superdome in New Orleans.
Can only see Sports Century by calling 1-800-CLASSIC today.
There's number 4, Ricky Carmichael, over the finish line jump here in New Orleans, Louisiana, and he's made it a runaway right now. Let's go downstairs to Davey.
Chad, big change. Jeremy McGrath went down. Are you going to let Ricky know?
Yeah, I let Ricky know as soon as it happened that Kevin was in second, and back his pace down because he had the cushion. So him and Jeremy are doing a couple jumps that were really risky, but they had to do it.
It looks like it came up and bit him.
That one didn't, just he had a little alter bad mistake.
Ricky Carmichael takes advantage of it as he moves his lead, as you see, to 12.4 seconds over Kevin Windham in second place. In fact, Carmichael, Windham, and LaRocca are all spread out in the top 3, with Jeremy McGrath struggling in 4th against David Villeman. That's how it sits as we watch a coup d'etat.
Yeah, Ricky Carmichael, I mean, you heard Chad Watts talk about that section that they were doing out there. It's real technical out there. And he said, Ricky, back it down. You got enough of the lead now. Just relax out there and focus with 4 more laps to go. Let's try to put that 5th win in a row in the bag.
While Carmichael, Windham, and LaRocca are pretty spread out, Villeman is trying to catch up with McGrath. And here's Jeremy McGrath, numero uno. 934 is behind him as they go by Jason Thomas, a lap rider.
Yeah, unfortunately for Jeremy, now he's got to try and focus on staying ahead of David Villeman. He can't afford to lose another position to David Villeman and drop back to that 5th spot.
Villeman riding for the second time without his dad around, who went back to France, thinking that might help David's performance. After last year, in his rookie 250 season, doing such a great job.
Well, I mean, it's phenomenal. He wins 4 events last year, and everybody thinks he goes to Paris. He wraps up, wins over there. Everyone thinks that he's going to be the guy. He comes over, has some injuries there, but he's putting in a good ride tonight.
There's Ricky Carmichael. You can't get to Las Vegas for the final race of the year. It's live pay-per-view on May 5th. Check it out. A lot can happen between now and then. This race winding down, though, with Carmichael in the lead. And he is eyeing the Kawasaki record for wins in a season. Right smart. You're up front by 12 seconds. The white flag is out. He only has 1 turn of the track. And he has won his 6th of the year, his 7th career Supercross victory. We're still only halfway through the season, not even that.
Well, I mean, I look at this, him winning 6 events, 5 in a row here tonight, if he can hang on there. I mean, what's to stop this kid now? I mean, this just adds. He's going to go into Daytona next week, and he won there last year. He's trying to defend that. He's on fire.
He's looking for his 5th consecutive victory. Jeremy lost 4 in a row and won the championship in '98, but he's never lost 5 in a row and won the title. During that ill-fated '97 season, Jeremy lost the first 7. Ricky Carmichael acknowledging the fans. dominating this race after a good bar-to-bar battle with Jeremy. He just pulled away. Good job comes from Chad Watts.
Well, I bet they had their doubts tonight after that practice, seeing Ricky go down on the ground there a couple times.
The Chuckers for Carmichael. Win number 6 of the season, extending the points advantage. Here's number 14, Kevin Windham, his finest finish of the year, and the local fans and his friends cheering him on. Jeremy McGrath in 4th position after Mike LaRocco will miss the podium for the first time this year.
Well, I'm sure Jeremy's got to be really disgusted right now as you see